All right, let's talk about this incredible piece of machinery you're using literally every second of every day, but probably never, ever think about. We're calling it your hidden engine for a really good reason, because it truly powers you from the inside out.
I mean, seriously, just for a second. You just breathed in and out. But what actually did that? It feels totally automatic, right? Almost like magic. But it's not magic. Not at all. It's pure mechanics.
And this engine, it's been working non-stop from the moment you were born, and it'll keep going to your very last second. It's powerful, it's super efficient, and today, you know what? We're going to put it in the spotlight.
And there it is, the diaphragm. Not exactly a household name like, say, the heart or the brain, but believe me, it is just as vital. So, let's get properly introduced. Pay attention to that shape. It's not just some flat sheet of muscle, it's a dome. I want you to picture like an upside-down bowl sitting right there in the middle of your torso, tucked perfectly right under your lungs. So its location is absolutely crucial. It basically creates two separate rooms inside you. You've got the upper level, your chest, where your heart and lungs hang out, and then there's the lower level, your abdomen, with your stomach and all that. The diaphragm, it's the floor for one and the ceiling for the other. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so we know what it is and we know where it is. But the big question is, how does this engine actually work? How does it power our breathing? Let's break down the mechanics.
This is just brilliantly simple. When you need to breathe in, that dome of muscle tightens up and flattens out, pulling downward. That creates a vacuum in your chest, and boom, air rushes into your lungs to fill that new space. Then, to breathe out, the diaphragm just relaxes, pops back up into its dome shape, and that helps gently push the air out. It's this beautiful, powerful pump.
Now you might be thinking, okay, cool. A muscle that helps with breathing, I get it. But its importance goes way, way beyond just helping.
Let that just sink in for a second. Not a muscle for breathing, but the primary, number one, top-of-the-list muscle responsible for keeping you alive. Any other muscles involved? They're just the backup singers. The diaphragm is the undisputed main event.
And this is exactly why it matters so much. When this engine isn't running smoothly, you feel it right away. Every single breath can become a struggle. It's the difference between just living effortlessly and having to constantly think about the simple act of getting enough air. But here's where it gets really fascinating. What happens when you go from just using this muscle without thinking about it to actually controlling it on purpose? Well, that's when you unlock a kind of superpower. That's right, every amazing singer you've ever heard, from opera legends to pop superstars, they have all mastered this one engine. They don't just breathe, they actively use their diaphragm to command their breath. See, by learning to control how the diaphragm moves, singers can support their voice, which keeps it steady and stops it from shaking. They can suck in a huge amount of air and then let it out super slowly, letting them hold those incredibly long notes. And by controlling the pressure, they can project their voice with so much power. It's the secret weapon behind every single breathtaking vocal performance.
So let's kind of reframe how we think about this. It is not just some random body part. It is a dynamic, powerful engine that you carry inside you. It gives you life, sure, but it also gives you the potential for a powerful, controlled voice.
So this is what I want to leave you with. For your whole life, this engine has basically been running on autopilot. But now you know it's there. You know what it is, and you know what it's capable of. So the real question is, are you just going to let it run, or are you going to learn how to take the wheel?